It's round one of the ABSA Off-Road Championship, the Nissan Dealer 400 in the Western Cape in Darling. A championship year full of promise with a new category, new names and faces, and then all the usual suspects ready to take their place on the podium lineup. Darling has over the last 5 years signalled the season opener with a dry, hot and dusty race that sets the tone for the remaining 7 brutal races in the ABSA Off-Road Championship. And it's here that the team set out their stalls for their quests and goals that they've earmarked for the year. The route for the Nissan Dealer 400 was definitely more technical and exacting than previous runs in this part of the world, and would, on the balance of evidence, need an intelligent mix of car preserving and tactical new to get man and machine to the finish line, all still in working order. Nissan won no less than 7 out of 8 production car races in 07, and the other manufacturers were all ready to topple them from their lofty perch. With that performance, it was inevitable that they would clinch the manufacturer's trophy, another accolade that Toyota and Ford won't want to rest from their grip. And no better place to start their campaign but on the Western Cape coast of Southern Africa, in a sleepy, dreamy town where retired businessmen mix with artists and where farmers drink coffee with graphic designers. An eclectic mix, a bit like off-road racing actually. Duncan Foss is the defending champ.
So the first time I've started with number 1 on my car, so we had a really good year last year. We tested the cars yesterday thoroughly, and the cars are very good, so hopefully we can have a good season.
And what are Duncan's thoughts on the Darling layout?
It's a great route. It really suits our type of cars. It's pretty fast. There's quite a variety. There's some mountainous sections and some low sort of fast sections which we like. So we've always been competitive here, and I'm sure we're going to be competitive. The cars felt really good yesterday.
Jean Moore has also joined the red and white stable, riding shotgun for a legend.
I'm with Hannes Strobler this year. In the end of last year with Ford, Brandon Arcus was going to go back to A class, and I wanted to stay in an SP. I think the SP is like the Dakar car, and it's the future of off-road racing, and therefore I put my application in to come and navigate for Hannes, and that's where I am.
Ford's team manager Neil Woolridge was the epitome of positivity, and with very few changes, consistency was key.
2008, whole new season, whole new start. I wouldn't say a whole new team, but some newcomers in the team. We've still got the same 2 SP cars from last year, which we've done some minor mechanical changes too, but the bodywork is the big change in the car. They look like the latest Ranger, which is out now, so it's the big change. We've got Mark Ferguson and Craig West who have joined us in the sister SP car, so we're looking forward to some good things from them. I think it's going to take them a little bit of time to sort of get going, so I'd say by sort of half season at least we'll have them up and running. And then the Class E car, we've got Jack and Lucio again. They've stayed in the Class E car. Unfortunately, the new 3-litre diesel is not ready yet, so we're hoping to have that ready more than likely for Sugar Belt. So we're expecting some really exciting things from that Class E car. I really think that if it's driven properly, I don't think there's much that's going to come close to it, because it's a very powerful engine, and we've proved that the suspension and the range and whole is fantastic. So we're expecting some fantastic things from the new Class E car. SP car, we've got some changes coming later in the year. So I think to start off the year, it's going to be a bit of a difficult year for us. I think everyone's aware that we're a little bit down on power compared to the other guys, but we have got some changes coming later on in the year, so we need to just get some valuable points for the first couple of events and make sure we finish, get the points, and keep it on the road.
Not that there's much road to talk of out there. 26-time bike and off-road champ Alfie Cox was still in the black and silver Motorrite colours, but in a different vehicle.
The strategy of Motorrite was to have 1 SP and 1 Sandmaster. It makes sense for our TV coverage, and me having the experience of coming from the pickups, Evan decided that I should go into the pickup, and we've got this SP Motorrite pickup that we've just bought from Mark Ferguson, and I haven't had any time in it, but it's a big change and a new challenge for Motorrite and myself as well, to go. There's the SP class, as you know, there's more than 12 or 13 guys in the class, and it's going to be pressure all the way.
Toyota came mightily close to clinching a win last season, but Lady Luck certainly wasn't strapped into the back seat with them in 07. However, with the new year comes new things, and a lot of blood, sweat and gears had been put in already.
Yeah, the guys have done a lot of work on the car. I mean, it's just been such a mountain to climb for them, but they've done wonders. I think the car is going to be really, really good, but time will tell.
And time, as in any form of motorsport, is what it's all about. Time and reliability and growth, that is.
Well, it's fantastic to see. I mean, growth in any class is always good to see. I mean, they're saying that the sport is in quite a good, healthy situation. Toyota are putting in a tremendous amount of effort, giving the privateers the backing they deserve. And it just shows in the quality of the field. I mean, if you go back in the field, you'll see that many of them are actually Toyotas.
For the Bloemfontein-based Ruacon team, the husband and wife duo of George and Sharon Parkhuizen were upgraded to the SP class.
Yeah, during the last year, I've always wanted to upgrade to the SP class. And in the last year, I spoke to Wemi from Toyota, and You Could Have Brains car was available, and they made it available to us. So, end of last year, after the Carnival City, we took the car home back to our workshop, stripped it down completely, rebuilt it, and just made it back to this event.
Motorite have, since they filled in their first off-road entry form, had a massive impact. This year, they were defending the Special Vehicle Category Championship.
I think it's actually easier, you always want to go and win it. Now we've managed to win it, we're defending it, so theoretically the pressure's onto everybody else. Yeah, it's not going to make much difference to our strategy and what we do in the year. We do the same type of preparation, we put in the same amount of effort to go to every race. So yeah, we've proved that we are quick enough to win in the class, and we're going to try and take a conservative year. We were quite conservative last year. Unfortunately, we had a few problems. I think near the end of the year, it all came together. We had a little bit of luck on our side, but this year we're just going to do the same old thing. There's no pressure. Like I said, we've got the number one plate. We've got a fast car. We've got a good car. It's tried, it's tested. So yeah, a lot more relaxed than I was this time last year.
In the Special Vehicle category, the ability gaps had closed again. The depth in the competition was noticeable, and the teams knew it. Regent were raring to go.
Well, I've been fortunate to be able to race my second year of driving with a new car. Obviously, thanks to our sponsors, Regent Insurance, a new sponsor, WorldNet Logistics, and National Mobile, amongst Cargo Motors. It's been an exciting project with Brandon, Harkus and BAT. And I'm so excited. It's going to be a test session today. We've done 40 Ks of testing. One or two small problems, but I still think we've got a winner here. It's going to be very exciting, and yeah, hopefully not disappointing. I think Mark Corbett and myself both got new cars, but the Spec 4 is just absolutely dynamite.
The V6 racers had a new category Class P, and for the defending Class S champ, Richard Schilling, it was exciting times.
This new class, it's for V6s, up to 4 litres. I think it's a class which is going to grow very, very quickly. I think we've got 5 cars here. We'll probably have 10 by Eastern Cape. Well, the big change is that you can now, we don't have Class S, which was for beams. ARM cars, we've converted our old S car to an ARM car, and we're really looking forward to having a go out there. Some good competition too.
In the 2008 ABSA off-road season, there's a lot to race for, and it was all getting ready to go in Darling in the Western Cape.